You are live! Oh, let's bring her in now. Here's Emily! Way!
Hello! Mexican way!
The travelling fair of danger and
Spilled
delight
tea everywhere.
comes into its final station this evening. Broom Besoms with the Winter Carol Tour featuring Emily Donoghue all the way from Galway. There she is, in Galway!
I was
bringing back memories
now.
Yeah.
Great tune, like. Oh, so that's me on the fiddle. I forgot about that.
It is, yeah, it is.
Right.
Salt, sea and cold, come on you poor souls, 'tis the season of the frost and fire. An apple, pear or plum, take a sherry, take a rum, your merriment is our desire. There is a village by the sea, world renowned for revelry. The 12th night of the season, we'll bring our cake to town. Join with us in the square race, a topsy-turvy party. All who once passed through this place will once again reside.
Everybody!
Salt, sea and cold, come all you poor souls, it's the season of the frost and fire. An apple, pear or plum, take a sherry, take a rum, your merriment is our desire.
Your merriment is
Your
our
king and queen, a mistress, man or donkey, take a bitman by the hand and lead a merry dance.
Well, we'll have a bit more of that later. Welcome, everybody. You're all here. Thanks for joining us. We're releasing today the album Winter Carol Live. And as you can see, Emily Donoghue has joined us. She was on the tour last year and should be with us now. We should all be on tour now, Emily.
Sad times, lads. Sad times.
Yeah. But we always ask all of our guests, first of all, how's your year been? What have you made out of the disaster that struck? What good stuff have you made out of that?
Year's been good. I got a degree in music.
Congratulations.
Cheers. Yeah, it's really nice to have the bit of paper. And did pretty much all of this year from home. Really enjoyed it. It was the first time I'm normally gigging like 6 or 7 nights a week, and that doesn't really coexist with college very well. So it was really nice to actually have the time to, really not just do the work and get it in, whatever, but actually absorb the work and give it time and enjoy it. So I loved it. Like, I know the lockdown was awful for a lot of people, and there's definitely some pretty crap moments, but all in all, pretty good, yeah. And I'm building a studio at the moment, and that's happening, so happy, yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone's sort of tried to make the best of it and find projects that you would maybe not otherwise have time for, like we have as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there was just so many things on the list that I just on the list of things to do, and have been just knocking them off one by one, and enjoying it. It's not so bad in Ireland here. Like, there's good government support for people who've been affected by the pandemic. So look, touch wood, everything is okay so far. Mm-hmm. How about you guys?
Go on, Mark.
Yeah, I've enjoyed the break. I've basically been in the gym constantly, in the home gym, and a lot of cleaning, and family came together, I suppose, as well, which was nice. We all got to spend a lot of time together, which was great. My kids moved back home, which was nice at first, and then after a while it wore a bit thin, but no, it was good. There was as much positive as negative. I mean, we have to put it into what's the word I'm looking for?
Perspective.
Perspective, yeah. People have suffered worse. Grandparents have been through wars and stuff, and I know people who've been infected with it personally. It's not been nice, but for the rest of us, all we've had to do is kind of stay at home. So it could have been worse. Yeah,
I mean, I found that, like, there's definitely been people who've had an awful time, and God love them. But like
Hi, Simon.
some people.
Julian.
Hi, Rob.
Yeah.
Hi, Gailey. Hi, Aoife. Let's say hello to everybody. We've been ignoring you all these weeks.
We're not very good at kinds of answering the comments. That's usually because I don't have my glasses on, so because I can't see them. So I've got my glasses on, I can see them now, so I'm gonna.
Hi, Simon. How's things in Northamptonshire? Northamptonshire, lol. Where's that? I've not heard of that place. Please, people, send you questions because we have. I mean, maybe you have somewhere else that I haven't seen them, but I can't see them now. But on the screen, send them on YouTube or Facebook. Any questions to Emily, to Mark, to me, or to all of us, especially about the CD release. That's what things are mostly about today. Emily, I've got a question.
Yeah.
What track would you most like to hear off the new? What track would you most like to hear off the new album now?
Off the new album.
And don't be afraid to say me own.
No, there's another really nice one.
It's one of the best. Your songs is it's one of my favourites because it was recorded on the night of Hochhausen, where everybody sang along and the place was packed, and it was a great night. So when I heard that track, I got the old goosebumps. Like,
look, that was one of the most. Do you know what? Actually, do you know, as much as we don't like hearing ourselves, let's throw that on.
Yeah,
I'd love
I'll
to
put
hear
that on because that was. We put it on last week on the German one as well, so it won't harm to put it on now.
That was, honest to God, that was one of the most special moments I've ever had gigging. Honestly.
Should we play the whole song? Let's do that. It builds up beautifully and it's gorgeous. Let's do that. This is Girl, Emily's song.
Girl with the long black hair, won't you take my hand till I dance with you in the red and blue light? I've never felt so close to life. Girl with the honey voice, won't you sing old songs in the street with me, like Nat King Cole? It echoes down the cobblestone.
That's you there.
Fiddle.
That's beautiful. Gorgeous. So nice to hear it with other instruments. I'm so used to playing it alone.
Even if it's just us.
Stop. Wouldn't honest to God, wouldn't pick anyone else.
Shh, we're listening. It's a really nice song.
And how to feel alive, how to make the most of passing time. So all of you can sing. I've heard.
What's happening? What's happening?
So there's a section at the end of this song that goes like this.
I thought she was talking to us. I know.
Get it right this time.
There's
a bit at the
end. Beautiful. One more. How to make the most. That's lovely.
They were proper good singers as well.
Yeah.
We'll do it in a minute.
Anyone from Hawkhausen here? Anyone who was at that gig?
We've got somebody from Dortmund. Hi, Steffi.
Teach the people how to live.
Julian says, goosebumps. Lovely voice, Emily.
Thanks, Jolene. Cheers.
Eva says beautiful.
Thank you, Eva.
Alright, you ready? How to make the most. How to make the most.
And Barbara says wash hands.
Is that right, Barbara?
How to make the most.
Is that my dance?
How to make the most. Come on, raise the roof. How to make the most. How to make the most. How to make the most.
Go on, Andrew.
How to make the most of passing.
Lads, that's lovely.
Brings back some lovely memories.
Doesn't
Oh, yeah.
it?
Beautiful, beautiful.
That was really special, yeah. That was proper special.
Let's leave the applause to run a little bit and just soak that up. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening.
Hi,
Steffi
Thomas.
says beautiful harmonies.
That's
Thank
all
you.
the lads. Steffi, that's the guys.
Yeah. Just even through mixing that over the last couple of weeks, I just got this lyric stuck in my head: make the most of passing time. Except for me now, it's make some toast and drink some wine, which is,
Also,
equally
great advice.
equally valid, depending on the time of day, I suppose.
I'll release an alternate version with that in it for you, Andrew. Yeah, no bother.
Oh yes, please. Yeah. Watching you
lovely.
from Schwabonia.
Where's Schwabonia?
I was just about to ask that question.
Yeah.
That's a made-up place, surely.
Great name. There's some great German place names. Like,
Yeah, there are. Yeah, we've been to most of them. Shout out to everyone in Schwabmünchen, because Hans is who also took the picture on the front of the album. He's streaming this out on the Bookshop website as well.
Oh, really?
Where we play. Yeah.
Oh, hi
I don't know
everybody
how
from Schwabmünchen. How's he doing
guys.
that?
Hi, folks. I don't know. I was just about to ask. It'd be interesting to know how that works. we struggle to stream on our own platforms. Have you thought of anything then, Emily?
in what context?
Well, that you'd like to hear? Well, we're
anything.
releasing an
I'd like to
album
hear.
with some songs in it.
Gives a bit of the carol, the
The Wassail.
The acapella.
yeah, wassail. No, the wassail.
The Wassail. The Gower Wassail. Here we go.
Nicht schlecht genug, meine ich.
A little bit of German in there.
Wassail throughout all this town. Our carpet is white and our ale it is brown. Our wassail is made of good ale and cake, some nutmeg and ginger, the best we could get. Fal-de-dal, fal-de-dal-de-dal, fal-de-dal-de-dal, fal-de-dal-de-dee. Fal-de-dar-o, fal-de-day-dee, sing to-ra-li-do.
Somebody watching from Ulster, Cumbria. Hello, Robert.
Big up Alston.
And to
Hi, Andreas.
neighbour
Archie,
we'll
watching from
drink
Bayreuth.
to thou. And besides all on earth, we have apples in store. Pray let us come in, for 'tis cold by the door. Fal-de-dal, fal-de-dal-de-dal, fal-de-dal-de-dal, fal-de-dal-de-dee. Fal-de-dar-o, fal-de-day-dee, sing to-ra-li-do. We know by the
Best
moon
verse.
that we are not too soon, and we know by the stars that we are not too far, and we know by the sky that we are not too high, and we know by the ground that we are within sound. Fal-de-dal, fal-de-dal-de-dal, fal-de-dal-de-dal, fal-de-dal-de-dee. Fal-de-dar-o, fal-de-day-dee, sing to-ra-li-do.
All together.
Now, master and mistress, a thanks to you we'll give, and we'll fill our jolly wassail as long as we live. And if we should live for another good year, then perhaps we'll come back and see who do live here. Fal-de-dal, fal-de-dal-de-dal, fal-de-dal-de-dal, fal-de-dal-de-dee.
Mishael watching from
sing to
Epfenbach, Thomas in Palatina.
Fal-de-dal-de-dal, fal-de-dal-de-dee. Fal-de-daro, fal-de-dee, sing to rally.
Yes, right, and we do the old,
Who doesn't? Who does it? Oh, it started again. So there's 2 editions of this album. We should maybe explain that a little bit. And the reason is because touring around Germany in the last 15 years, it's almost a little bit insulting, actually, that so many people came up to us after gigs and said, yeah, you've got all these CDs with your songs on, but do you have any with your stage patter on? Almost as if they didn't want the songs.
Yeah, one woman actually said that to me. She said, I didn't think your music was very good, but you're hilarious.
You just do a stand-up album.
And the reason we never did it is because if you make a CD, then as you know, it's a really expensive thing to produce. So you can't produce different versions of it because it has to be pressed. And but now this is a digital release. We can have 2 versions. So it just took me an evening to edit down once I had all the German stuff there. So anyone who understands German or just wants to listen to us blether on in German like you did every night last year on tour can do that. And if they enjoy that, then that's their bag. And otherwise, if you can't understand it and don't want to hear that and just want the music, you can download the music-only version. But I did leave in a few little comments. Yeah, Emily speaking German.
I don't know if you want to put that in any of them.
Yeah, I left in... there used to be a Harry Enfield character called Julio Jodio, who was I think a Portuguese footballer in Newcastle, playing for Newcastle United, and you'd hear him talking to the camera in Portuguese the whole time, and obviously most people in the UK understand nothing, but then every now and again we'd be going and straight in the back of the net. And for some reason it was just the most funny thing I've ever seen, and it has that effect if you hear us blethering in German and you don't understand it, and then we say something you do understand. For some reason, I just find that funny. Maybe just a bit weird. So I left those moments in.
That was pretty much the entire tour for me. I know, I was picking up bits and pieces.
I got the feeling towards the end of the tour, you know, on both occasions, you started to understand what we were saying.
Yeah, no, I think I'm. Oh, yeah.
And
I heard
and you also started to understand our German too.
Yeah, the German came quicker, to be honest, man. I generally am good enough at picking up context of things, and I think it's just, you know, when you're a musician, your ear is very attuned to listening and learning. Do you know, it actually, I think, comes also. Please tell me if I'm speaking English too fast for any of the German folks watching.
Yeah, sorry, what?
But guys, please say it in the comments if I'm speaking too fast in English. But I think it comes from learning Irish tunes in sessions. The way, like, I grew up playing in sessions, and the way that you learn is you just sit down with your fiddle, and you might know the tune, but by the end of it, the tune happens. There's a first part and a second part, and that's looped around twice. So by the time it loops around once, you should probably know the tune. And I think your ear and picking up things really fast, learning that young, it works with languages as well. It just generally my processing of sounds hopefully is, you know, good enough. So I think I was getting the end of it by the tour.
That's how we learned as well, by the way. Both learned like learning tunes, just listening to people saying stuff and thinking, well, they said that, and then that happened. So it must mean
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
That. Or they
And then
said that, and I did that, and they didn't seem pleased.
Yeah. They said that and pointed at me, and they all laughed. So,
Yeah. Yeah. There's actually a question here. If a Delphin says, I asked this also once, maybe I should read these before I read them out, but I'm just going to read it live.
Yeah.
I think that was at the Schatzkistel Mannheim, so really will enjoy your talking. What did you ask, Eva?
not
It's
a
okay,
question,
Emily.
is it?
It's not a question. Oh, that was my... See, you don't
Thanks,
understand
Eva.
everything. Paul Cornwall. Hi, Paul.
So,
And
what
hi,
did you
Friederike.
enjoy? What did you enjoy particularly about Germany then, Emily? What were your impressions?
the people just class, like just really, really nice people. Everywhere you went, really hospitable and just friendly. Up for the crack, straight talking, friendly, and so hospitable. Also, the country's gorgeous. Like it's really, really beautiful. Food was great. All of it was pretty good. Autobahns are scary.
Autobahn, yeah.
Yeah, we don't drive that fast in Ireland, and I was scared. But the lads are good drivers, so I felt safe. But yeah, loved the country. Really, really loved it.
Yeah, you should be here now. You should be
I
here
know,
now. It's
I know.
snowing now as well. You get
They wouldn't let me back in.
Yeah.
Is it snowing?
Not here, but have you got snow, Mark?
Bits, yeah, it's gone now, but it was woke up to. I can't tell whether that's snow out the window.
And you've got your glasses on.
Yeah, I think it's just dirt on my windows.
Window dandruff.
Yeah, flaky dandruff on my windows. But we did have snow, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mark, here's a question. What would you most
no.
like to hear now from the album?
Um,
And you've got to try and guess which gig it was taken from, because I was asked this during the week, or during last week, are there any recordings from, where were we? Leutershausen. The answer, unfortunately, is no. At Leutershausen, if you remember, anyone who's there, remember during the first song, the PA system just went off and eventually came back on again. That was a scary moment, wasn't it? And
yeah,
I'd block that out.
it just malfunctioned totally, and it just deleted the recording. So unfortunately, we don't have that. Greetings to Chris Pentney. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
So we don't have that one. Probably shouldn't have said that. Probably should have lied and said yes. Track 4 is recorded there. So it's all from. And in Schwabmünchen, we didn't actually record either because there was no time to set it up. But just about everywhere else. I think most of it's from Hochhausen and the very last gig in Hessen, where we played for a motorway protest. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was great crack.
Yeah.
That was really nice.
A mad, crazy day.
Very cold.
It was very cold, yeah. In December in the middle of Hessen. Yeah.
I mean, I'll do my bit. Do you know what I mean? But they could have put the heating on for us.
It's like I'm on for social activism, but warm it up a bit, like.
It's a bit cold, like Right.
So what would you like to hear?
Yeah, but you've just told me what I'm supposed to guess. So the one I enjoyed the most was "Cold, Windy, Rainy Night." I'd like to hear that because I had that bit where I did the baritone.
That was cool. That was Emily's idea. I remember we worked this song out just for this tour. It's the only time we've ever done it. Very old song called. Oh no, that's the wrong one. I always confuse them because they've all got similar names. Hang on. Which version is it? Cold, Haily, Windy Night. There it is.
Yeah.
Anna's getting excited.
Genuinely love that song.
Where do you keep him?
Oh, me heart, it is frozen to me heart. Feet are like a lump of lead, and my shoes are frozen to me feet. I'm standing at your window, all at me, and the soldier cried, cold, hazy, windy night, oh, let me in. The soldier cried, I will not come back again, no. father who walks up and down the street, and my mother the chamber key does keep, and my doors and my windows they do creak. I dare not let you in.
Nice fiddle, Emily. Lovely fiddle on this.
I learned from the best, Andrew.
Let me in. The soldier cried, I will not come back again. Oh, he's jumped up and she's let her in, kissed her true love cheek back
Wrist
and
over
now
on her.
she's going between the sheets again. She's open and let him in. Oh, then she is blessed. Rainy night, cold, rainy night. Oh, then she is blessed. Rainy night that she's opened and let him in. Oh, soldier, soldier, won't you stay with me? Soldier, soldier, marry me. Oh no, that could never be. I bid thee well forever. Then she is wept the rainy night, cold, rainy night. Oh, then she is wept the rainy night that she's opened and let him in.
Yeah.
I'll stop it there because the question's just come in. Or I'll turn it down a bit. Oh, there's a cool vocal bit coming.
Then she has wept for the rainy night.
Hey, Sarah. What's up?
Rainy night. Oh, then she has
Sarah's a friend of mine from Ireland. She's in the
Hey,
comments.
hi Sarah. So there's a question coming from Aoife. Is the new album only available as a digital version, or will there be a CD as well? For various reasons, it's only available digitally. It just costs too much money to make CDs, and we don't make any money at the moment. We sell all our CDs, almost all the CDs we sell at live concerts. There are no live concerts. And also because of we've been very kindly being allowed to use the songs on the album by our publisher, and it would be a totally different deal and much more tricky to re-release all the songs on a CD. So lots of different technical reasons why it's only available to download.
Many thanks to our publisher, Mr. Neil Grant, for allowing us to use all the stuff, and
absolutely.
And thanks to Emily for doing it all for completely free, and she offered to pay.
Exposure!
You haven't paid for your copy yet.
On a donation basis, of course, like everything else these days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but just about the CD, if you do download it, you can download it in high quality. It's Bandcamp, and we use Bandcamp because I think they take a 10 or 15% cut of sales, which if you compare to any other streaming platform, that is not much at all. Most of them take more than 99%. So the musicians get most of the money, and we're the musicians, so we like that deal. And so that's one thing. And you can download it in high quality because they believe in high quality music. So if you want just streaming MP3s and you're happy, that's fine. But you can also download it in CD quality and burn it onto CD. So if you want it on CD, I'm afraid it's down to yourself to go down to Asda and buy a CD.
And if you get if you get a bit of paper and some pencils, you can draw your own cover as well. Colour it in.
Let's face it, you've all got loads of time on your hands.
flat pack CDs, like.
Yeah.
The final nail in the coffin of the CD.
Yeah.
Draw
we'll
your own
make
covers
CDs again in the future, but at the moment it's not going to work because we've no way of selling them. Emily, what's because you're sort of It makes me sound really old now. If you're a younger generation you're kind of part of this digital generation where probably CDs isn't really such a big thing. So I just noticed when we were on tour and us chatting, we were kind of very anti-Spotify because Spotify give musicians a
rough deal, yeah.
Rough deal. But you still had quite a different outlook about it because you know people who understand that it's just a totally different system. Do you still think that? And is there a way for musicians to make money out of that? Or is it still a rough deal?
It's pretty complicated. Okay, so on the surface, I think that I'm pretty neutral about it. I think that Spotify and streaming platforms generally take the mickey. They don't give enough of a royalty to the musicians. Just like de facto, I think that that's just true. I think if you don't think that, you want to get your head checked personally. They get and it depends as well if you pay for Spotify. So I studied this in college and I studied a lot to do with licensing and stuff and royalties. And if you pay for Spotify, your play is worth to the artist. Now it's actually done by percentage, but it works out around I think it's 0.006 or 7 cent per play. An unpaid play, like if you just use Spotify free, it's worth like 0.004%. So no, not 0.004 cent.
Which makes a huge difference to your ability to pay your rent.
Huge, yeah. Well, basically, Spotify. I know people who make enough money from Spotify to like they're not making what rock stars made. Like they're making enough to support promo and stuff. Like I know one person who makes a good bit of money from Spotify. A good bit, saying they make like 2 or 3 grand every 2 months or 3 months. I can't remember when the dividend is paid out, but that's enough to do promo and a couple pay for promo and mixing for the new songs he's recording. So he does it like that.
But what does he live from in the meantime?
What does he live? He's a teacher. He's a teacher,
okay.
and he does gigs. But so the reason, sorry, it's a little complex, but the reason that I don't think that Spotify is necessarily a raw deal is because Spotify allows you to, and this sounds like I work for Spotify, I don't, but they do allow you to build an audience much more easily. Streaming is an incredible, I can sit at home, I can never ever do a gig, and I can have fans in 120 countries around the world. Like, that isn't really possible. That wasn't possible 20, 30 years ago. It just, unless you had a breakout success with the best song ever and incredible marketing, and also niche music was the way that music was sold, from what I've read, was a lot more broad spectrum. Now you really have niches, and you can make a living with 1,000 really dedicated fans, like people who will really buy your stuff all the time, support you on Patreon, whatever. That wasn't possible back when CDs and CDs were king and streaming didn't exist. Also, there is a lot more potential for people who are independent now. Before, labels had all the power of distribution. They had the power of writing. Sorry, this is very technical for everyone that's not into this stuff. But
we're all taking notes.
Yeah, I don't think it's a raw deal. I think it's much easier for me as a guy as a girl in my living room.
There's positives and negatives. I see both sides. I do think that the raw fact is the royalties should be higher. I didn't get into music to drive a Rolls Royce into a swimming pool, even though I'd very much like to do that at some point.
Someone else's Rolls Royce, obviously.
No, it'd have to be my own. It'd have to be my own. But do you know what I mean? I didn't get into music to become rich and famous. It's a love of the art. It's a love of performing, and I was just as happy to play, in the Shinny in Cork, just for a few pints in the corner, as to be on a stage. And when I was a drummer back in the day, when I was signed to a label, I did some pretty big gigs. I played Brixton Academy, and it's all just for the love of music. But in every other trade and every other profession, you don't ask a plumber to come and fix your sink and then say, well, you'll get great exposure if you come and do Do you
Here's
know
a
what I mean?
sandwich.
It's just it's and it's I've had discussions with people about it. It's pretty unique, the industry that we're in for that.
Yeah.
We've
There's
shot
no-
ourselves in the foot a lot of the time as well, I think so.
Yeah, there's no other industry that functions that is as dysfunctional as the music industry.
Yeah.
But I think, I mean, the music, the money, like a sustainable income, will really only come from nowadays. Will come from gigging and merchandise, and that's just the way that it is. I mean,
That's all we want at the end of the day, isn't it? And I saw a funny, because I've been looking at tickets. My daughter's getting into music now, and we went to see Ed Sheeran. And fair play to him, he apologised for the price of the tickets to all the dads in the audience, which I thought was quite cool because it was expensive. And I always wondered because my family are not musical, but they took us to gigs all the time, and the price of gigs, I went to book tickets for Metallica and it was like €300 a ticket, and it just made me wonder why on earth is the jump. And then, I saw an interview with Noel Gallagher who said, well, that's how we've supplemented the lack of CD sales. And he said quite plainly, I'm not giving up my lifestyle. But that's why you're paying, 70 quid a ticket, So
it's just a different way of consuming music. Sorry, Andrew, go on.
Yeah, I was just going to say, come and see us. It's a bargain. Except you can't come and see us. Actually, don't. Nobody come and see us at the moment.
Yeah,
keep away. Everyone, keep away and don't breathe on me.
It took me a while, but once I got it, I'm a subscriber to a streaming service. I've got my, I'm shouting across the room at my home pod to, I haven't seen a CD and I just cleaned out a house and had a big box and I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do with all of these? But I see the benefits of it as well. But as a musician, it just would be nice to have a sustainable income. That's all we want, really.
Yeah,
completely.
Well, talking of which, if you want to buy the new Broom Besums album, it's not on CD. It's only on bandcamp.com. If you're not aware of what that is, if you're not au fait with it, just put bandcamp.com in and put Broom Besums in the search. And the first thing that will come up is the new album. And as we said before, there's two versions. The first version you'll see, I think, is the one with all the German patter. If you don't understand German, don't buy that one. Go to the music menu, or do it. You might learn you'll learn German with a weird English accent. It'll be really funny. But if you don't want that version, click on the music menu and you'll get all of our albums that are available on there. And the second one is the music only version, where it's mostly edited down. And time's up, folks. Simon Kerr says, stick a Rolls Royce on your rider next time you play at Costa del Folk. There you go, Mark.
Simon, I'm definitely going to do that. Just to see.
I look forward to the email we get back about that. And Aoife says, looking forward to see you in 2021. Oh, we are looking forward to see you as well. That is a definite.
Absolutely.
So we'll play out with something. Thanks to all the people who have already bought the album. It went out today, and it's already quite a lot gone already. Obviously, it can't run out because it's a never-ending supply of digital bits. But we're running short, so be quick while stocks last. Terrible salesman. Hi, Dirk. Merry Christmas. Hello,
Merry
Max.
Christmas, Ralph.
Dirk Rusta. So we'll play out with something. What does anyone want to hear? Anyone got any preferences?
Well, you can say Cherry Tree, Carol. I'd love to hear that.
No, it's not on the album.
Not on the album. Sorry, my bad.
No. because we didn't play it.
That was on the last tour.
That was the year before. Yeah.
Sorry.
Why didn't we do that? I didn't want to do it.
I think that is the answer. I think you didn't want to do it.
Did I have a moan?
I think there was a hard bit in it or something. Is that one with a hard bit? No, I don't want to do that.
Keep it simple.
What's your favourite tune, Andrew? You haven't been asked that question yet.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I wasn't prepared for being asked that question. I don't know. I'm sick of them all. I've just been mixing them for the last 2 weeks. I never ever want to hear them again. No, that's not true, actually. I think what's really great fun on this album is a soul-in, just the live version with the audience going completely mental. So maybe we'll play out on that. So is it going to play? Doesn't seem to want. Hang on, because that. Drag it.
The wonders of live, Tony.
Oh yeah, it's when you have to do all the technical stuff yourself. No, it seems to have.
We need to skip to the news.
That's not my favourite song. My favourite song is now has now changed. For technical reasons, my favourite song is now. I tell you what, this set of tunes turned out very nice. Christmas Day in the Morning.
Ah, lovely, yeah.
Yeah, beautiful old Shetland melody going into a jig from Northumberland with the same title, and then the mug of brown ale, which was just shoehorned in because it sounded good in that set. And I was just always amazed how quickly you picked these tunes up, but you explained why. So Emma, before the tour, literally the night before, we taught you a set of reels. Sort of,
they were great tunes.
We've been rehearsing like all day for 3 days. And at the end of the evening, it was time to relax. But instead, Emily said, "Teach me those reels." And then the next evening, you were on stage playing them. That was pretty impressive, I thought. So here's Christmas Day in the Morning and the mug of brown ale. And we'll play out on this. So thanks for joining us, Emily. It's been fantastic to see you
again. Yeah, lovely to see you again. Missing you loads.
Absolutely. We'll do it again, lads. We'll do it again.
We will.
Why I?
Why I?
Rolf says Merry Christmas. Oh, you saw that, didn't you?
Somebody says hello from Cork.
They're my mates.
How do you pronounce that name?
Quiva.
What a great name.
And if you're wrong, you say Kiva.
I'm not going to say how I was going to pronounce it.
It's not on my screen yet.
Is this a Strathspey, Andrew?
Or a March. I think it might be a March, actually. Oh, that's why it's quiet. It was turned down.
It's amazing how quickly you learnt those tunes.
Yeah. Like, again, when they're nice tunes and they're well written, they go where your ear wants them to go.
Yeah.
Do you know, awkward, clunky tunes are hard to learn, but they're nice tunes.
I suppose what's equally as impressive is how it took me like ages to still not know them properly.
I mean, yeah, you said it yourself, really.
That's a talent in itself.
I love this tune.
It's great, isn't it? Really, very, very old tune. It was written down as an ancient tune in the 1770s.
Wow, I didn't know that.
People probably only lived till 20 then, so probably what their idea of ancient was, I don't know. It's also related to the Christmas Carol. I saw 3 ships come sailing in. When you hear the A part again.
Oh, right.
Lovely mandolin harmonies.
Cheers.
Come sailing, sailing.
Oh, yeah. My friend said, this song makes me want to go diddly-eye, diddly-dee. She did right.
Then do it. Go ahead. Be our guest. The change coming. Everybody hop. Hop.
I still play these sometimes on my own. Yeah. I love them. Yeah.
Did you think of us and shed a tear?
No.
A tear of joy that they're not here.
Thank God I have these tunes and not them.
Wow, I was just thinking this is about the point where my right arm starts to ache and the tricep starts to burn.
That's what the gym is for.
I get that feeling, don't you?
Thanks, everyone. Have a lovely evening. Have a lovely week. And bye,
Thanks,
Emily.
guys.
We're going to do the Dicky Birds now. Bye, Emily. Bye, Mark. Bye, me.